Welcome to Who's Next podcast. It's your boy Suge, and right now we're speaking to Kemm London. How you doing?
I'm doing great, and yourself, Suge?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Great.
So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a 46-year-old model, and of course, a mother of four daughters. And I've been modeling since I was 16, on and off. And I'm still kind of new to the industry. I say I've been modeling like I said, I was 16 when I first started, and of course life happened. And I've been modeling officially now going on 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So I do print, I do runway, and I really love the industry. It's really an adventure, I say.
Okay. So what made you want to get involved in that type of field?
Well, it's always been a passion of mine. It's always been a passion, but back then or even now, it's more or less, because I'm more or less over 14, 16 now, it's more or less that my body type is more accepted now.
Okay.
I love being who I am, and I love the curves. I love showing different sides of the modeling. I feel like being the size that I am, because I am 5'2", and I'm weighing like 170, but it's more or less of now we are accepted. The BBWs, we are accepted.
So when you decided that you want to become a model, did you have a purpose?
My purpose is to, especially at the age that I am, I'm like I said, I'm 46 years old, and my purpose is to show women that at any age or anybody at any age, you can continue to do your dream and make a difference in someone else's life. Age doesn't stop you.
So when you decided that you want to become a model, what was the next step for you?
My next step is to definitely get into acting eventually, do a lot of public speaking. That's really my heart set, because I want to go around, because I come from, I've had some domestic violence done in my lifetime, and so I want to make a difference in women's lives. In acting and in public speaking, because it's all about giving back.
The type of model, you could see yourself as a plus size?
Yes, I am. I'm plus, but I'm more curvy. I'm a curvy model.
Okay. Yeah, I had to ask that. When I saw your pictures, I wasn't sure what type of model you consider yourself. So.
A lot of people, it's like because of my frame, I look smaller in pictures, but I'm actually weighing like 170 pounds, like 175. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to assume nothing. That's why I had to ask that.
A lot of people, and they be like, you plus size. Yes, I am. Anything that's considered double digits, 14 and up, we plus.
Okay. Mm-hmm. How did you go about searching for a photographer?
Oh, my goodness. Actually, my photographer, Roger, I found him down in North Carolina. I put some pictures on Facebook, and his name is Roger King, and he's such an amazing photographer. But I was on Facebook, and then I used to be part of a group, and I was doing runway, and he started taking my pictures, so that's how I got introduced to him, and I've been working with him ever since.
So when it comes to, like when y'all take photos, who's the most creative one out the two of you?
I think it's definitely a collab, because basically, when you have a photographer that you are very comfortable with, he brings the best out of you. So I think it's both of us. Roger, he really knows how to bring inner strength and that sensual side of me out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, if you used to explain to people why is it important to research your photographers, what would you say?
It is very important. It is very important to research because you have to be comfortable because so many photographers, you know, and not putting them down, but you do have to know their background, their history. You have to see their portfolios. You really got to make sure that they're legit and what other models have truly worked with them. Because you have a lot of people in the industry is not sincere and not honest. So I would say do your research. Make sure you know.
So when you first started taking pictures, was you nervous when you was in front of a camera?
Oh, my God, yes, I was. I really was. I had to learn not to give the same facial expressions, not to give the poses. That's why it's so important for me, I'm the type of person, I put God first in everything. So I had to pray about it, you know, and I know that sounds kind of crazy to some, but for me, I had to pray about it. And then, like I said, with Roger doing my photos, and he just made me feel comfortable. So, yeah, the first time I was nervous, and then I started loosening up. The more you do it, the better.
Okay. So how long does it usually take to complete a photo shoot?
It just depends on what you're getting. Sometimes it can be an hour. Sometimes it can be up to 3 to 4. It just really depends on how many outfits, what the photographer is looking for, or the magazine. It just really depends on what you're doing. But on average, for a good photography, it takes 2 to 3 hours. It just depends. And plus you have to get your makeup done and, you know, clothes change, your attire. So.
Okay. So you go through your photo shoots. Do you come up with a theme?
It just sometimes I do. It really depends now. If you're doing something for a magazine, they have their own theme. But if I'm just doing it on my own, I have a theme that I come up with that I talk to my photographer about. Some of the pictures that I sent you, like some of them it was runway. Okay. But on my own, it just depends. I'm a lover girl, so I'm kind of I love the urban look.
Okay.
So I personally like, you know, I like urban because most of my audience, you know, are urban. They like the urban look. So.
What do you like to shop at to get your outfits for photo shoots?
It really depends. When I tell people where I go, sometimes they be like, "Are you serious?" I'll be the first one. I am a Goodwill fanatic. I am a thrift store. So it just really depends. I mean, I can go to the high scale stores like Macy's or Mars or whatever, but I'm kind of a thrift girl. I find the best things in thrift stores. So.
Okay.
That's I mean, I got to keep it real.
Okay. All right. So before, you say you started modeling at 16, right?
Yeah, I was 16 years old when I started.
Okay. So back then, was you influenced by anything you seen on TV or magazines?
Oh, my goodness. I always loved, back then it was Naomi Sims. She was a big inspiration. The Essence magazine, we all wanted to be a Jet girl. So, you know, if you can remember the Jet magazine, wanted to be one of those centerfolds. So that was my inspiration. Wanted to be one of those centerfolds.
So what about now? Today, like, what you see on TV today, is there anybody that influenced you would you get out there more? Like what you see on TV or magazines?
Well, now it's more or less, of course, I love the American Top Model. That's a wonderful show. I love Tyra Banks. I think she is really an inspiration because she has transferred to, TV acting and different things. She's a businesswoman. But I feel like right now she is she's one of my inspirations. I love Tyra. There's others, of course, but she's my main one. But I love the way that she does things.
So when you decided that you wanted to become a model, and I'm sure you told your family and friends, were they supportive by your decision?
Actually, they were. My daughters were surprised because, keep in mind, my daughters are adults. They couldn't believe that their mom was actually doing modeling again. So my family is very, very supportive of my decision, and they want me to take it to the next level. And so I just thank God that I do have that support from my family and friends.
Okay, that's cool.
And it's a blessing. You have to have that.
That's true. Most definitely. So what was the first modeling gig you was involved in?
Getting back into modeling, it was Fame in, it was called Fame in, it was like a hair battle, Fame and Fortune, and it was here in my hometown, Lynchburg, Virginia. So I got back into the hair. It was like a hair show.
Okay.
Yeah, with Mr. Underscore.
So have you done any fashion shows or done any fashion line acts?
Yes, I have done. I have worked with. I've done. Oh God, let me think of some of the ones that I've done. Oh God, let's see. It was what is the name of it? With Teresa and Danielle Flatt. I did my shows for them, and that was in Richmond, Virginia. I worked with Allie Cameron down in North Carolina. So I have done a couple, a lot of them actually.
Okay.
And I was in Bold magazine with Tina Bridges, 40 and Up Club.
Okay.
So it's been really an adventure. And here now, currently, I'm working. I have a show with Felicia Gladden, Curves.
The plush girl,
yes,
right? Something like that.
Yes. Yes. Queen of Curves, and I'm also going to be down in Atlanta. With Calvin Johnson, Queen of Curves. So, yeah, I won't complain.
I see you moving around.
Oh yeah, I'm doing it.
That's good. So, have you been featured in like doing modeling in companies or agencies?
Well, I'm a free agent, so I'm freelance. I'm a freelance model. I used to be a part of an agency, but for me, I like to be in control of my own destiny.
So back to the photo shoot, like what, I probably asked you this before, what was the most difficult part? Was it the poses, the face expression you say?
The facial expressions sometimes, because you have to be very mindful of your facial. You have to make sure that you're not doing the same ones repetitively. And I had in the beginning I had that same somewhat hardcore look, and I had to really learn how to really, adjust the eyes, the smile, really watch my body mechanics really.
Oh, so when you saw the pictures, it was looking scary?
A little bit. Hardcore. Like kind of baby.
Oh, yeah, they dug that look in the pictures?
Yeah, totally.
So I see you end up working with Molly Rocks. How did that come about?
Yes, Molly Rocks. Basically, it was she had an ad on Facebook, and it was more or less of doing no body. Oh God, it was talking about no. It was a no body. Lord, what did I say? It was a no. I'm getting brain. Please excuse me, but I can't even think of the name of it right now. But
okay.
Actually, it was more or less of doing a campaign of no body ridicule. I'm sorry, no body ridicule.
Okay.
And I took some pictures for her because people are so judgmental of different body shapes. And I'm not ashamed. Yes, I'm 46. Yes, I'm shaped a certain way. I don't have the same body shape as this person or that person. I'm my own individual, and I'm proud of who I am. So that's what the body ridicule campaign was all about.
Okay. So are you looking to do more work with her?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay. So being in this business so far, have you experienced any comfort or discomfort?
Yes, I have. And that's the reason why I was saying that I'm a freelance model now, because you have to be careful of what your agents. I really feel like it's so important to do research on your agency, really make sure that they have your best interest in heart. Not to take your money, not to put you in something that you're uncomfortable with, because I'm the type of model, I'm not going to be doing anything, no nudity. I'm not only a mother, but I'm also a grandmother. So I have to think about my family and myself and my own self-respect. So I'm not going to do anything that's going to damage my character. So I tell anyone, make sure that you do your research on the agencies out here. And make sure that you have legal representation, because you have a lot of these false agencies out here that are just don't have your interest. They only thinking about themselves.
So have you ever reached out to any other models for any kind of advice or help?
Yes, most definitely. Donna Taylor is a model that I do a lot of work with. Andrea Petit is another model that I also work along with as well. So yes, I do reach out, and they are my, I say, my inspiration.
Okay. So while reaching out, you never have any like disrespectful feedback from anybody?
Oh yeah. Yeah, when I reach out and with them, they always give me the best advice. As a matter of fact, I do work with them currently.
Oh. Now I asked that because I had somebody else on the show, and she told me she had reached out to other models and she got like some backlash back at her. So
no, that goes to say you really have to do research and make sure that you know. The people that you reach out with, you know, that are positive. And it goes back to being in prayer. You have to make sure that the people that you work with or deal with has a positive attitude and is willing to share their gifting. Because I'm one of the models, I believe in sharing. You know, it's enough work in this industry for everybody. And so I believe in, you know, giving back. And that's my main goal, is giving back.
Okay. So behind the scenes, have you witnessed any jealousy or tension?
Oh my goodness, yes. Oh yes, especially on fashion shows. Oh, especially fashion shows. I mean, people messing up your clothing or stealing your jewelry, or oh my goodness, yes, I've seen it. Or you know, I have experienced where one lady, she was really, really mean, and she was trying to, I was bending down, buckling my shoe, and as I was rising up, she almost elbowed me in my face. And my girl, Donna, she was like, Kemm, you know, don't do anything that's going to ruin your career. And I stepped for a moment, you know. But, yeah, you
that's
do
understandable, though.
that. Yeah, you do see it. The jealousy is terrible. You know, but just like I said, it's enough work in this industry for everyone, and it shouldn't be. You know, we should be helpers to one another, and not only that, when you're in a show, you don't represent yourself, you represent the brand. Yeah. And I feel so that, you know, working in these, it's a privilege to be in these shows, to be even chosen. So, but you do have the jealousy. It's so much immaturity.
So, what does you feel like towards the hatred that goes on? Does it make you stronger, or does it break you?
Actually, for me, it makes me stronger. It makes me to be the best that I can be and everything, because that's my mindset. I'm not going to do something that, you know, that is going to hurt me. My mindset is any challenge that is given to me or any dislike, even in life, because I already been through the hurt and the pains in life. Yeah. So it just makes me a stronger woman, period.
So with so many models that's out there, why should the public have their eye on you?
Well, because I bring something different. I'm not going to go and do plastic surgery on my nose. I'm not going to do plastic surgery on my breast or, you know, my body. Me, what you see is what you get. I'm a sincere model, and I embrace. Even though a lot of people say, Kemm, you don't look like you're 46 years old, and, you know, yes, I am. And that's the reason why I keep on expressing my age, because a lot of people are ashamed. I'm not ashamed of anything. I am who I am, and this is who God created me to be. And I just want if I can bring one thing to that one person or that one woman, be who you are and be proud of. Be confident in who you are. That's my message, you know, and that's what I want people to remember Kemm London by. Be confident in who you are. I don't need to look like nobody else. I just need to look like Kemm. And that's my message to women and anyone, man or woman. Be confident in what God has given you.
So are you surprised that the Curvy Nation is expanding more in the modeling scene?
Yes. Yes, it is expanding. It really is expanding to a whole different light, especially in the BBW and the Super BBW. You know, it is really expanding. And I think that's a wonderful thing, you know, and I feel as though that for us and money-wise, I feel like they need to really make sure that they're paying like they should as well. Because some designers and some groups, they don't want to pay you for what you do.
I asked this question on my last interview. Would you ever like to see like a big man model?
Oh, yes. Yes. I think everybody's shape is beautiful to me. And I would love to see a full-figure man step out and especially being confident. It's nothing like it. I would love to see it. And I think that industry needs to blow up just as well as the BBW and the Super BBWs.
Yeah, I've never seen it, and that was something I was trying to bring out years ago. And I had a female that was working with me, but the guys was just hitting her up for the wrong reasons though. So I had to shut that down for a minute.
Wow. Wow. But yeah, I would love to see that. I would love to see it.
Why don't you feel like when somebody do something positive, especially like in the curvy community, why don't we don't support each other? It's like there's always some kind of tension and hatred going on.
It's like that crab mentality, and I think it's sad. I think that we need to, as a people, need to support one another. That's why I said, earlier that we need to break that monopoly of just being so self-centered. We need to support our community. We need to go and support people as a whole. It is enough work in this business for everyone, but people need to change their mindset and not have just that jealousy mentality. It's all about to me, it's all about self-acceptance. A lot of people don't accept themselves. They have hidden issues. They bring that baggage to the forefront and not looking at themselves. They want to blame everyone else, but they need to start looking at self. And once they start looking at self and fixing those issues and working on themselves, then they will, to me, they'll come out of it. But it all starts with self. They got to break that. Because we as a people, we got to get out of that. And it takes time. It does, but it starts with self, looking at yourself, examination of self. That's just my opinion on it.
So do you feel the Curvy Nation would be bigger than it is if there wasn't no hate attention?
Of course. Of course. Of course. But it's always going to be someone that don't like this, and it's always going to be a person that don't like that. You can't please the world. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel as though that if we come together and have seminars and, do self-help classes and different things, then we can come together, as a people. But it's just a lot of hatred now. Yeah. With things going on in our world. But to me, and I'm old school, and I'll say this, and I know I talk about God a lot, but we all got to get back to prayer. And that's just my preference. I think we all need to get back to prayer.
So by what you've seen in this business already, if you was to give it a chance, what changes would you make?
Personally, I will, because in the future I do want to open up my own modeling agency. But what I would do first and foremost is every model first will have to take a modeling class 101 to learn about the business. Because a lot of people don't know about the business. They just think it's just the pretty face, the pretty clothes, and this and that and other. But they will have to learn about the business. That's first and foremost. So they'll know what to look for in a photographer, in an agency, Because like I said in the beginning, out here now, they have a lot of fake agencies out here that are really just using these young girls, and they're getting paid. The agency is getting paid, but the model's not getting paid. And me personally, I feel like these models need to know about the business side of it, the legalistic part of it, because it's not about just the pretty face and getting compensated for what you do.
Is it easy to become a model? I ask that because, I see many different platforms like Facebook and Instagram, and females just post up.
It's honestly to be a legit model. It takes time. It takes time because I'm still in that process myself. But like I said, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's doable. You just have to continue to work hard.
But you have some that think they could just jump right in it and bam, and automatically just become a model.
And they do. And I mean, it just depends on, but is it legit? That's the thing. Is it legit? Are they really getting compensated, or is their face just being used? And they just getting the exposure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Are they really getting paid what they work? Because, anybody can become one, true, but are they getting paid?
Makes sense. Definitely makes sense.
Yeah. So
in your opinion, what are the pros and cons to look out for being in this business?
The pros, of course, you're getting the exposure. You're getting the exposure that you need from Facebook, Instagram, all the social medias, the magazines. The cons is when you're not getting paid. And your picture's being out there, but you ain't getting paid for it. You're not getting paid for a show. People want you to do a show, but they don't want to pay you. And you just have to really, like I said, people need to take, a lot of models need to take business courses and be knowledgeable of the business. Exposure is nice. Who don't want it? But everything comes at a price.
Okay.
And you don't want the negative exposure, showing your body to the point of nudity or anything like that, because, we all have a life here outside of the modeling. Yeah. So whatever you put out, whatever a person put out there, they got to realize that it's going to follow them for the rest of their life.
So where do you see yourself, like in the next 5 years? Do you still see yourself modeling?
Yes, I see myself modeling, but I also see myself with a modeling agency.
Okay, like owning your own.
Yeah, owning my own, and I'm working on that as we speak.
Okay. So would it be a BBW modeling or just women of all sizes?
It will be, mine is going to be a little different. Mine is going to be targeting women from the ages of 30 on up, and it's going to be more or less women from a size 14 all the way up. It will be curvy BBWs.
Okay.
Because my focus is on the older model.
So for the upcoming models coming up, what advice would you give them, and what would be the do's and don'ts of getting into this business?
For the upcoming models, my advice is, first, do your research. Make sure this is what you really, really want. Investigate, talk to other models that are trustworthy. Just don't take anybody's advice. Do your research. Look at portfolios. Look at the history of that model. Just don't jump into any project. Make sure that project is going to carry you, give you the exposure that is needed. When it comes to a contract, make sure that you have legal representation. Just don't sign that contract because, I got a contract. See what the ins and outs, and make sure that you're getting paid correctly, and making sure that agency is not taking all your money. Making sure that agent is really preparing you with a good photo shoot, that you got the appropriate portfolio, that you have many different looks. But when it comes to contract, make sure you have legal counsel before signing anything, because that person can actually sue a person if they don't do what is important to that contract. So, and they can hold you from going to another agency or doing anything, other project, because I almost had that happen to me. So just be careful. And if you don't know something, ask. There's nothing wrong with asking the question if a person is not, they don't understand or don't know. And I'm not saying that I know everything, but I don't have any problem with any model coming to me or inboxing me and asking me a question.
How can you be reached?
They can reach me at they can reach me at KemmLondon@gmail.com. I'm on Facebook under Kimberly Kemm London Smith. They can reach me also at Instagram. They can meet Kimmy2163. They can reach me there. Inbox me. I'd be more than glad to get back in contact with them.
Any upcoming projects you're working on?
Yes. I will be working with, currently I will be working, I have a gala coming up with Shay Williams, June the 23rd. I'm also with PSDS Mint. I am Miss Curvy Virginia. I'm in a pageant. So be on the lookout for that. Okay. I'm also doing the fashion shows, with, like I said, with Felicia Gladden and Calvin Johnson. And I have all that information on my Facebook as well. So I'm really excited, and I'm truly blessed. And I also want to thank you for the opportunity as well for having me on your show and giving me the opportunity.
Definitely glad to have you on.
Thank you.
So is there any shout-outs you would like to give?
I want to give a shout-out to Her God, which is with Coletta Poteet. Also Annette Jamez, which is she is the owner of PSDS Mint. To Felicia Gladden, to Calvin Johnson, Teresa Flack, Daniel Flack. I wanted to thank them for just giving me the opportunity. Miss D's Couture, definitely give her a shout out. The ladies in Richmond, they are amazing. Cinnamon Motif designer. So I just want to give them a shout out and just tell them thank you.